All right, popping back in for another segment. We are the Pundits of Pugilism. It's your man, Professor Nails. I'm signing on with Coach Dave, Boston Jared,
What up?
and the Casual Rand.
What up, though?
All right, make sure that you do like and subscribe. So we are going to focus on the fight this weekend, which is part of the Riyadh season. It's actually a pretty kind of robust card, but we're only going to focus on the main event. And this is the first kind of, I believe so, like first entry of Terrence Crawford into the super welterweight division. And he is taking on your man Israel Madrimov, who is the WBA super welterweight champion. He's 10-0 with one draw with 7 KOs. And they'll be essentially fighting for the WBA and the WBO interim title or whatnot. But this is all, I don't want to kind of discredit him, but this is really about Terrence Crawford or whatnot. So he is, one of his goals is to be undisputed champion in 3 different weight divisions, which would be junior welterweight, and then super welterweight or junior middleweight, however you want to classify it. So this is, for Terrence Crawford, he's fighting somebody who has a pretty good background. Pretty good amateur background. It's gonna come in with a size advantage against Terrence Crawford, but I think that when it comes to the skill advantage, that he's gonna be at a particular deficit. As y'all have probably been keeping up with, you've been seeing the training that Terrence Crawford has been doing. And one of the things I love about Terrence Crawford is that he, unlike his stablemate, understands the entertainment aspect of boxing. And I think he kind of it goes even beyond that or whatnot. Outside the ring, he's a pretty nice and chill dude or whatnot. But inside that ring, Terrence Crawford is a mean son of a gun. And so I think he looks to put a hurting onto his fighters. So I think that we're going to see an entertaining bout, and a glimpse into how Terrence Crawford is going to look at this weight advantage, and then to see if he would be a viable candidate against a Canelo Alvarez, which would probably be it'll probably have to be at super middleweight. But we'll start with the casual Rand at this point. So what are your expectations for this bout or whatnot, which a lot of the casual fans might not be kind of that excited about it, but those who know about boxing know that this is a pretty formidable challenge for Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, and it's his first time going up to 154. So
yeah.
So we'll see. Everybody knows that, like, traditionally Terrence Crawford has power pretty much in both hands. So it'd be interesting to see what he does to a true 154 pounder, and see if that power moves up into 154, and if it and it's like a precursor to the Canelo fight, right? So if he goes in there and he just boxed the guy and doesn't show the power, then you're gonna bring in the speculation of, hey, when he fight Canelo, man, he can't stop Canelo from moving forward, then it's just gonna be a bad day for Bud. But so I'm excited to see this fight, just to see where he stand power wise, because we've seen this before where guys in the lower weights, you know what I'm saying, like, we think they look strong, but when they go up in weight, especially, like, well, it's a bad example, but like a Haney, you know what I'm saying, when they go up in weight, the power just doesn't come with them. I wouldn't never say that about Bud. You know what I'm saying? It seems like every time he went up in weight, the power did come up with him. But at 154, is this like his pinnacle? Is this the max where he's going to be? And at 154, is that the weight class where he become pedestrian? So that's what I'm looking forward in this fight.
Right. Boston, and I want to, because I want to be clear. I did speak about the Riossi, but this is actually the for Turkey Ali Sheik. This is his first show that's going to be in the U.S. This fight is actually in Los Angeles, so this is them trying to establish themselves within the U.S. market or whatnot. But go ahead, Boston. Give us your impression of the fight.
Look, I think it's a good fight. I've only seen two of Madrimov's fight, the Kurbanov fight, and the Michelle Soro
Yeah.
fights. Yeah, this is a full-fledged 154-pounder, a guy who is comes from a serious boxing culture, that Uzbek boxing culture, serious amateur program over there. He's fought a bunch of rounds against some pretty technical guys. I'm assuming some skilled guys. I think this fight's going to be a lot tougher than people think. The last guy that went 12 with Terence Crawford was a very, very similar guy in Victor Postal, Eastern European, technical guy, rangy, athletic, throws one punch at a time, 1-2 punch at a time, in and out. Now, Crawford did very, very well in that fight. I don't think that there was any kind of controversy in that fight. Postal did make it to 12, though, and I think that I would not be surprised if we saw Madrimov make it to the 12 rounds. Yeah, all the stuff that Randy pointed out about Crawford's power carrying up, will it carry up, will it not carry up? Those things are all going to factor into the fight here. We were looking at his amateur record before we started the segment. This guy was a 165-pounder as an amateur. That being said, I looked at some of the promotion leading up to this fight, the side-by-sides, the face-offs. He doesn't appear to be that much bigger than Crawford. That being said, we'll have to see on fight night when he rehydrates and his muscles have got those fluids back in them, who's the bigger guy. Watching this Kurbanov fight right now, I can tell you right now that he looks bigger than Crawford. Right now, rehydrated. I'm not sure what he rehydrated to for the Kurbanov fight. He appears to be the bigger guy. That doesn't mean he's going to be the stronger guy. It definitely doesn't mean he's going to be the more skilled guy. But yeah, I think this is going to be a very, very interesting fight here. If you're Madrimov, you can't come forward, right? Crawford's a counterpuncher. His bread and butter is fighting off of his back foot and countering guys. You got to fight this guy in the center of the ring, or you really live life on the edge. And you move back and make Crawford come forward. You make Crawford initiate, which is something that you saw in the Sean Porter fight. He's not particularly inclined to do. He's not very, very comfortable doing. If you go back, what the hell? Oh, I thought I heard somebody say something. If you go back to the Kavaliauskas fight, where Crawford got on his front foot, he got very, very careless defensively, and he got clipped in that fight, and he got knocked down. So I'm very, very curious to see how this fight plays out. Are we doing predictions right now? Or are we just what?
No, not right now. We're just gonna go through all the pundits. So Coach Dave, you gave us a little bit of a breakdown of kind of Madrimov's style, like previously in there. Could you kind of enlighten the audience on Israel Madrimov's style and some of the things that you think that may give Terence Crawford some problems, if any?
Well, okay, so to your first point, only thing that's going to give Terence any problem with this guy, and I don't even know if it would say it's a problem. I would say one of the concerns for me would be just because make no mistake about it, with Terrence's fight style and stuff, I wish he would tighten up his defense a little bit tighter, so he does and can get hit and clipped. So I'll be honest about that. And this dude hits hard, man. So I just kind of worry about the little clip. The guy hits hard with both hands. He can switch hit as well. So not necessarily anything I'm worried about. It's just, no, I'm sorry, not necessarily anything that could give him trouble. but it would just be one thing that I would be worried about. So I want to make sure that I said that correctly, him getting clipped. But look, let me tell you something, man. Same way that we sat here and said, I think it was mainly me and you, Boston, when that Joker fought Earl Spence, and we said, this he gonna smoke Earl. I think it might have been me and you, the only ones that was saying that, right? I'm trying to tell y'all, man, to me, this is it's not really a solid, true test of as he moves up into weight. And the reason why I say that is because of this guy's fight style. I encourage everybody, man, go and watch this dude fight. His balance, he shoots he throws a body shot from the outside, jumps in to throw a body shot, hands down low. And he does that often. Leans forward tremendously when throwing the 1-2. So stylistically, and I think somebody said it earlier, I'm telling you, man, this guy's going to be coming forward to Crawford. This guy's not going to lull Crawford in. It's not his fight style. This cat is coming forward. He likes to do a little fake, almost like he's running a daggone football. He likes to do a little fake and then jump to the side and try to hit you with a body shot. I mean, the dude is an organized, goofy, wild fighter. He is an organized, goofy, wild fighter that significantly has his hands low. And I'm telling you, so the power is going to be there, but I can't even really say it's going to be a good gauge of the power because the guy is just so open. And you know, if you're 130 pounds and you hit somebody 200 pounds on the chin solid enough, you might drop that person. So it doesn't matter about the size, it's the accuracy of the punch and where you get hit. So to me, this is just a fight to where Terrence can feel that pressure. I hope there's a lot of clinching going on. It'll give him opportunity to say, will this heavier fighter that's probably coming down from 160, 165 or whatever, something like that, is it going to tie me out? But I don't think it's going to say a whole lot about Crawford's punching power where they carry over. I think it's going to carry over unless he stops this guy with a body shot. Now, you hit a Joker with a body shot and you stop him, it says a lot about your power. But because the guy is so open, y'all, Terrence gonna hit this dude on the chin, man. And I can't wait till we give out prediction. I'm telling you, this fight to me is not a solid, true gauge of him moving up because of the style and how this guy fights. I'm telling you, he jumps in, he throws a body shot from the outside, he does a football fake movement, drops his hand, and then still tries to get you to the body. And when he's on the inside, his feet are square, and this guy bends over, making like the number 7.
Now, let me ask you a question, Dave, because I've been critical. You pointed out Terrence Crawford's defense. I've pointed out in the past that Terrence Crawford's inability to make guys miss is going to catch up with him, especially if he pursues dangerous fights at higher weights. This guy throws these very, very awkward looping shots. So those looping shots to the body from the outside, looping shots to the head from very, very awkward angles. If you're Bomac, are you telling Crawford to try to get up under those punches, or are you telling him to try to catch those shots and shoot uppercuts down the middle, or are you telling him to step, because you don't want to step back against those big looping shots, right? Because those shots will clip. That's the shot that Kavaliauskas landed on him. Was a looping shot around his guard and caught him behind the ear and dropped him. So what are you telling Crawford to do about those awkward looping shots?
Yeah, I'm telling Crawford, just look, man, work behind the jab, keep your hand up. You get too aggressive and you don't have time to back up, or if you're close to the rope, you don't have time to get back. High guards up, lower your center of gravity, shoot something right up the middle, because this guy throws punches even wider, way wider than Terrence Crawford. Up the middle is going to be wide open. Literally, catch this stuff, send something up the middle. I hope he catch that cat throwing a right hand. You know, Cat throws a right hand, Crawford catches it and then sends his right up the middle. If Crawford is in the if he's in that southpaw stance, and if this, because see, they both switch up, man.
Yeah, they both switch hitters.
They up, bro. So I'll be honest with you, if they both switch up, then regardless of what position Crawford is in, high guard, drop center of gravity, dump something underneath on this guy, man. You know, and listen, and don't let Crawford get like a I don't want him pulling straight back, but don't let him get like a lateral movement and then counter back from that southpaw position, man. He is this dude, man. It's just so much that he can do with this guy, man. The fight style. So, and I hope y'all understand when I say it that it's not going to really tell me a whole lot. Crawford's power is going to carry because of how much he does with weights, man. That cat is strong. I kept telling y'all how strong he was. You saw him, he slapped. You saw him when he slapped Earl on top of the head, man. The boy is strong, man. This cat was this cat is strong. He is strong, man, and he's gonna hurt this dude.
Let me ask you this last question. So I'm glad you mentioned that. So who do you favor in the if these guys exchange early and trade punches early? You favor Crawford in the exchange? You think he gets the better of exchanges or trading with this guy?
110%, because Crawford is looking at the target. Let me finish. Because Crawford is definitely looking at his target, and he does give you a little head movement. This cat in the exchange, go and look and telling you what this guy does. This cat's head is down, bro, and he's swinging. It's like
it's very amateurish. If you look at some of his, he'll square up. It's all you know. It's near kind of Pier 6 brawling with some of his swinging, looping punches, and I can't see Terrence Crawford being caught by some of his. You know, there's a lot of power and stuff that comes in through there, but it's very telegraphed, and you know we're talking about maybe the best fighter of his generation in Terrence Crawford. I can't see him. But let's quickly before we move on to the last segment, let's quickly give our pundits pick for this fight. Coach, we'll stay with you. Give us your.
I'm going with Terrence.
Go ahead.
And I'm honestly gonna say, I'm saying Terrence Crawford, and I'm gonna go ahead on and say the 6th round. But let me be crystal clear. Say something. Let me say something. I want to say the 4th round, but because Terrence is at 154, I think Terrence might be a little bit more cautious. But I'm telling you, man. So I'm gonna go ahead on and say Crawford in 6. But let me tell you something. Crawford can get this boy out of here in 4 rounds if he fights. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
That is a statement. I mean, you're talking about putting pressure on a Canelo Alvarez fight. If he does that, if he wrecks this guy, somebody who's never been down, he's only had 10 fights, but he's never been down in his pro career, that is a statement.
Look, I'm a stand by 6 because you know Crawford might come in there and just get a guy a little bit more respect. But I'm trying to tell you guys, and I'm hoping it happened too, because Styles makes like this guy is tailor-made for Crawford, man. He tailor-made for Crawford, bro. So 6 rounds, man. But I'm trying to let you know Crawford can get this boy done in 4 rounds, easy.
All right, 6th round, Coach Terrence Crawford. Boston Jared. Go ahead. A caveat about the 4th round if he comes out strong.
Yeah.
Boston Jared, what say you?
Look, I think that this guy is a big strong guy. I'm going with Crawford. I'm going with Crawford in about what did he do with Jeff Horn? About 10 rounds for Jeff Horn.
I thought it was like 7, but I'll
9 rounds. 9 rounds.
rounds.
9 rounds for Jeff Horn. I'm gonna give Madrimov 10 rounds. I said Crawford. I said Crawford in 10. But this is going to be interesting. But I'm very, very curious to see how this fight plays out. If you're Madrimov's people, he comes out as aggressive as I see in him come out against Soro and against Ivanov, that's going to be a mistake. If he comes out like that, I think he gets caught and dropped early, and he makes an adjustment, and you see him become a lot more tentative, and it's going to take a lot more effort from Crawford to get this guy out of here to land the right shot. Because I could see him, if he comes out like like Dave is saying, he's going to come out how he's come out. He's going to get caught and dropped early, and he'll make the adjustment. He'll make the adjustment, and he'll survive until the 10th round. I think he'll last until 10.
Okay, hey, listen, just one thing on that point then. So now that's going to go back to what I'm telling y'all about. When he gets dropped, if Terrence hurts this boy to the body and he sets it all up with the body, then that's going to be what tells you how much his power has carried. If he comes out there aggressive and he gets hit and stopped, I'm not going to take that too much, because you got a solid, huge force pushing his momentum forward into Terrence Crawford's punch. This cat might not get up if it hit him on the chin, but it's the way that the knockout happens that's going to make me say, like, hey, man, you throwing your weight forward, and then Terrence Crawford fist is coming at you. That says a lot about, the caliber of a knockout and the delivery of a knockout. So if it happens that way, I don't think the guy's going to get up. If he's jumping in there, hands down, chin forward into Crawford's fist, that boy going to sleep. But I still would say, okay, I'm not going to make a judgment on Crawford's power going up unless he sets stuff up with body shots to this boy and then get to the chin. And I hope all that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. The casual ran. So let's clarify. So you Boston, is it 9th round you said for that?
No, I said Jeff Horn took Jeff Horn 9. Took him 9 with Jeff Horn. That was his first time moving up to 147 pounds.
Yeah.
Jeff Horn, kind of a similar, awkward, kind of crazy, kind of aggressive, jumping in kind of style. I think that this fight plays out maybe similarly to that potentially. So I give Madrimov 10. I said Crawford in 10 rounds. Crawford in 10.
Crawford in 10. All right. The casual ran. What say you?
I say one, Bud has to knock this dude out. If it go all 12 rounds, then the public is going to be like, he do not have the power to fuck with Crawford. I mean, fuck with Canelo.
That's true. Yeah.
So knowing that, he's going in there ready to knock this dude out. You know what I'm saying? With that intention. And I think he'll get him out of there by 8.
By 8. Nice.
Well, let me disagree with the casual one. Even if he does not knock this dude out, you know what I'm saying? I think it still leaves stuff open. I think there just needs to be a dominant performance by him, because Bevo didn't knock out Canelo, but Bevo boxed and blazed that joker all night long.
Bevo was the bigger guy, so it didn't matter.
No. I'm saying, Bevo being the bigger guy should have knocked him out.
He should have knocked him out, yeah.
Should have knocked him out. That's to my point.
Don't understand the comparison.
Yeah, but Bevo don't knock nobody out though. He
got to knock out his last fight, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
The point being is this: how did Canelo look against a true boxer? He looked like turd. That's the point that I'm getting at. He looked like turd. Couldn't cut the ring off. Couldn't out that. So I think
that's a good point.
Dominant. If he has a Shakur Stevens showing, then Randy's point is made.
All right, so I am going to pivot away from the pundits, and I am choosing Terrence Crawford in this fight. I don't think he'll get a stoppage. I think that he may put him down a couple of times. Actually, Coach, you kind of took a little bit of my thunder, because I think that it actually might come from a body punch in there. But I think that old boy will have just enough kind of strength and stamina to survive. So I'm going to say a unanimous decision for your boy Terrence Crawford. So we got Coach Dave, 6th round KO with the caveat, Boston Jared, 10th round. And we got your boy Casual Rand, 8th round. And Professor Nims, I'm going with the UD. All right.
That'll get you a little bit of cash, probably, Cam. I don't think anyone's got this fight going the distance. You might want to see what the odds.
No, I need to put
odds is on that.
Into that. Yeah, I need to look into that.
That's not crazy, Cam. That's not crazy at all, man. Like I said, Postal went 12 with him.
Yeah.
Right? It got put down once or twice, but Postal having that savvy and all that experience from the amateurs, he figured it out and he survived. Different version of Crawford though. That fight was at 140. Crawford fought that fight on his toes. You know, did a little bit of a different fight, but not a crazy prediction at all.
Yeah, and like you said, Crawford's had 11 straight finishes on his fight, so he's definitely goes for the kill in there. He's also a 7-1 favorite, a 700 to 1 favorite in this fight. So yeah, so all right, so we're gonna go ahead and end this and get to our last segment for the night. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Peace.
Peace.